to that last question, but why was it important to you to have chapters that talked about, those again lessons?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think in part because I recognized not just that people were asking, how do I say that I'm a spiritual therapist? How do I bring my full self into the session? But also my experiences, like my experience of sort of coming out as a psycho-spiritual therapist and recognizing even the things that are called evidence-based are actually very ancient. So just as an example, sorry, I'm going to a tangent. Just as an example, I was working with somebody yesterday and we were talking about IFS. And when you go back far enough, like IFS is about parts, right? So I was talking about IFS as parts. Well, this can go back to like the 80s, the studies of roles in families, the scapegoat, the jester, the perfect child. Well, you can go back even further than that. You can go to Carl Jung, the archetypes, right? The different archetypes in the dream space. But you can go back even further than that, because where did he get that from? He got that from Kenya and Mexico. He got that from indigenous people who understood that we are multifaceted, and within each person, there's a number of, this may sound strange, but there's a number of different perspectives that should be checked in with. And sorry, I'm saying and going forward, if you're just looking at IFS, it looks original, it looks new, you have to get a certification for it. And for me, I'm like, you don't need a certificate. This is ancient. You can get one if it makes you feel better. But if you understand where it comes from and that it has the same outcome, the same effect, if you're using it properly, you don't need to spend thousands of dollars for it. So part of those chapters is the recognition of, like, to bring your authentic self doesn't necessarily